Good morning, I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM, brought to you courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, a kidnapped suspect dies after allegedly being beaten by police. Trinidad and Tobago has another COVID-19 death. The total is now 135. And internationally, Germany flies in COVID-19 aid to Portugal to assist embattled hospitals. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. A major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Entertainment, information, conversation. What? All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
And now for the reading of the daily newspapers.
So a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me in safe, sound, and all in one piece. A pleasant good morning also going out to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. Blessed morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felix, Mr. Dominic Romain, and the entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. Today is Thursday, the 4th of February, 2021, and as I get into the Daily Express, headlines in the Express: kidnapped suspect dies. Second man injured and hospitalized after trying to escape, says police. Farewell for singing Sandra. Why am I doing this again without my eyes? I do apologize for the late start. We are here, so let's get inside and see what's happening. PM nervous as schools reopen. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said yesterday it was for him an act of nervousness to resume classes in person for tens of thousands of pupils from forms 4. Hold on, let me get in. From forms 4, 5, and 6 back out to school on Monday. Speaking at a news conference at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's, he warned, if, as we bring these children out on Monday, if the data changes for the worse, we will not hesitate to go back to where we came from, a physical shutdown of schools, in an attempt to protect our children and the rest of the national population. Woman arrested in Andrea's kidnapping. 2 suspects in the Andrea Barrett kidnapping were released from custody without charges on Wednesday. Let me get into that a little bit, because this, according to defense attorney Farid Ali, who said that a woman was among the 3 still in custody. Government sticks to No Carnival 2021, even with the rollout of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine by March. Government's position that there will be no Carnival 2021 remains, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said. 1 kidnapped suspect dead, 1 in hospital, Andrew Morris, one of the suspects in the kidnapping of Andrea Barrett, died at the Arima Hospital on Monday morning. Let's see here. Andrea opened Pandora's box, exposing TNT's flawed justice system. Police Commissioner Guy Griffith said it is not the police to blame for criminals getting out on bail, but a flawed criminal justice system. 15-seat THA. Did I miss something? 15 seats. The Tobago House of Assembly is likely to get 3 more seats as the government has identified a legislative solution to the Tobago 6-6 deadlock. Speaking at a news conference at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's yesterday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said the proposal for 15 assemblymen instead of the current 12 originated in Tobago and formed part of the recommendation submitted by Tobago stakeholders following a series of consultations to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. That's good. Cops blame for suspected sex predators bail, says attorney. An attorney who formerly represented a suspect in the kidnapping of Andrea Barrett is blaming police for the man to be walking among citizens freely. Gary, stop posting that kidnapped victim is dead. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith is calling on persons who have been posting on social media that kidnapped victim Andrea Barrett is dead to stop doing so. What are these Venezuelans doing here? Stuart Young responds. National Security Minister Stuart Young has advised the opposition Senator Damian Lyder take information he has regarding any wrongdoing with respect to Venezuelans coming into Trinidad via Chaguaramas to the police. Electrocuted copper thief was a 14-year-old boy. Avoiding a carnival of coffins. Murder by mistake, bullets for dad. State seizes dead man's money. Charged with stabbing wife in chest, shoulders, belly, legs. Life and death at the pond. And these are some of the stories that are making way in the online express at this time. So as we get into the news day, Commissioner of Police suspect who died in police custody fell from chair. SWRHA investigates death of errand woman. Rock hard cement prices go up as import duties take effect. New COVID-19 death takes toll to 135. PAHO to distribute COVID-19 vaccines in 2 weeks. NIDCO head, don't ask for constant updates on new ferries. Venezuela arranges repatriation flight. Commissioner of Police, stop posting that Andrea Barrett is dead. VMCOT owes over $2.3 million in statutory deductions. Rowley's appeal to anyone with info, say something on Andrea Barrett. Supermarkets brace for price increases on local animal products. Prime Minister, amendment to change number of THA seats soon. Boy 14 electrocuted at refinery. Appeal Court blanks Commissioner of Police in FOIA ruling against journalists. Laventil man gunned down, friend injured. Gary Aboud offers $25,000 for info to help find Barath. Dial Singh, teachers will be essential workers for COVID-19 vaccine. Young, pepper spray, no silver bullet for crime. La Romaine man gunned down. One held as Mova cops seize guns and ammo. PDP questions validity of new THA appointments. And these are the stories that are making way in the Newsday. So over to the Guardian. Let's see what's going on. What is the headline in the Guardian? Headline in the Guardian says something. PM makes plea for information to help find Andrea. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley yesterday pleaded with citizens to come forward with information on the kidnapping of Andrea Barath, 23, as he addressed a news conference in Port of Spain. James Ghani react to PM's suggestions. Two political analysts are now questioning the amendments proposed by the government to fix the protracted deadlock in Tobago. Kamala opposed to parliament involvement, boundary changes, fresh elections. Government starts process for parliament to break THA deadlock. 2 kidnapped suspects released. Vaccine not a cure for the economy. Kidnapped suspect dies. MP, minister tell family to keep hope alive. Mark gives ministries 2 weeks to fund VEMCOT. Judge to lawyers, pay attention to land matters involving elderly. Mother Sandra remembered as cultural memorial. Claxton Bay residents, scrap iron dispute not over. Police, suspect fell off chair and died. Commissioner of Police stopped posting. Okay, we had that in the other 2 papers as well. Fast track pepper spray legislation, says Shagwana's deputy mayor. Toko man arrested for possession of marijuana. Missing person alert. PM, Tobago will head back to the polls. So these are the stories that are making way in the Express, the Guardian, and the Newsday at this time. So there's an article in the Express, PM nervous as schools reopen. Now remember, today's Free Episode Thursday. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said yesterday it was for him an act of nervousness to resume classes in person for tens of thousands of pupils from forms 4, 5 and 6 back out to school on Monday. Speaking at a news conference at the Diplomatic Center St. Anne's, he warned, if as we bring these children out on Monday, if the data changes for the worse, we will not hesitate to go back to where we came from, a physical shutdown of schools, in an attempt to protect our children and the rest of the national population. As the country's Form 4, 5 and 6 form children return to school on Monday, the Prime Minister said they must wear masks, not congregate, be in an appropriately spaced environment, and come from home to school and back. He said parents with children going out to school had an additional responsibility to get those children safely to school and back home. The Prime Minister said he was keeping his fingers crossed that all will go well, and in April, government could try to get some of the primary school children back out. Also speaking at the news conference, Dr. Michelle Trotman urged parents not to send their children to school if they are sick, and to have those going out to school upon re-entering the home to sanitize, take their uniforms off, have a shower, and not to have the usual interactions with members of the family. They should also not interact with school peers in the usual way, she said. Government staying the course. The Prime Minister said, in the face of continued pressure, his government would continue to hold the line and stay the course on the border closure. Referring to statements made by opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar and others, the Prime Minister said he had heard it being said that the government is wicked, insensitive, and should allow everybody, TNT nationals, to come home. There are politicians here who are trying to jump on issues that they believe would be to the government's disadvantage. He said, I consider that to be an irresponsible, unhelpful, and undermining statement to bring everybody home. Is it that people want us to open the borders and allow any amount of persons from the 300,000 plus TNT nationals outside? That would immediately destroy the quarantine system because we cannot offer quarantine to people on that scale. It is our state-supervised quarantine that has kept us in this favorable situation. The minute we abandon that, we are abandoning the fight against the virus and saying, devil take whoever, the Prime Minister said. Please get vaccinated. The Prime Minister appealed to the population to get the vaccine once it becomes available. He said the two biggest risks the country face were people who have to party and the people who will not take the vaccine. I am hoping that a large portion of our population will utilize the vaccines when they become available, he added. Reiterating the first tranche of vaccines would hopefully be coming in at the end of this month, the Prime Minister said, as the rollout of the vaccine begins and more vaccines become available to a larger portion of the population, somewhere by mid-year the situation should improve. The vaccine will not be mandatory even for healthcare workers, Health Minister Terence Yansing said. However, the ministry would be highly recommending and encouraging as forcefully as we can that healthcare workers get vaccinated. So we're getting ready to go to a break. When we return, I'm going to open up the lines and we're going to continue our discussions.
Tobago on its Pan-Spirit virtual concert series, keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Live Sunday, February 7th and Saturday, February 13th at 8 p.m. via pay-per-view on tizic.com and WAC platforms. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Top medium and large bands in the nation. Featuring National Panorama Champions Desperados and NGC Kuvo Joylanders. Courts Sound Specialists, Face to Pan Group, Cats and Jammers, Panberry, and many more. People's Choice Prizes to be won. Text to vote your most vibes and the sweetest band. Buy your tickets today. Log on to tizic.com, that's TIZIQ.com, and purchase your tickets. You don't want to miss out on these spectacular steel pan events. Prosperity in Pan. For further information, contact events at pantrinbago.co.tt, 623-4486, or visit Pantrinbago's social media pages. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world.
No carnival, no problem.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every first and third Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
He heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign.
Together we are fun. When we're together we are brave. Whether on the road or home, now is the time to take a break. The greatest flavors hand in hand, hold back hunger all the way. Working, lying in Dixie all the way. Share the good times, work till the moonlight. When it comes to snack, no matter the mood, there's a Dixie for that. There's a Dixie for that.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
welcome back on the inside. If you're just joining me, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy, and let me say a pleasant good morning going out to Mr. Dominic Romain.
Morning, sir. Morning.
How are you, my friend?
I am good.
Very nice, very nice.
Miss Felix, good morning.
Charo. Oh gosh. Right. You see, look, I don't get a message already. I know our listeners and all none of our viewers. I know them all too well. folks, don't worry, right? Only don't worry. We everything is okay. So I see a lot has been unfolding. Well, today is Free Episode Thursday. I see a lot has been unfolding with the Andrea Barrett case.
Yeah, I see the 70 charges man in ICU. Yeah, but I mean, come on. So that's it. So one died, and now this one in ICU. It's not looking good for the police at all.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're trying to get answers, and these guys probably holding strain to the information, and that is what is causing all the...
Yeah, but dead men tell no tales. Come on.
It's just it. So I really don't know, boy. I don't know. But we have the lines open. Our numbers are 342-0081, 466-5391. So it's Free Episode Thursday. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Abdul.
Morning.
And good morning to you, sir, Mr. Dominic Romain.
Morning, sir.
How are you doing, sir? Happy New Year to you.
And to you too.
All right, okay. Thank you very much. No time to waste. Bruce, I just have one concern this morning, right, in relation to the headline news what you read out here. I mean, let's just get one thing straight. But it is the Prime Minister identifying all these different things. When he talk about the opening of the borders for the nationals to come in, I mean, what Mr. Tassa is calling for is the stranded nationals, right? So with the amount of thousands of people that out there and want to come home and all them different things, I mean, let me be clear in what it is we say. Because I mean to say the whole nation listening, is she not just asking for everybody to come in, it's those who are stranded. Because out of everybody who out there, not everybody will be stranded. It's not those who will be strong and different who can handle the story. But the ones who are stranded, I mean, let me get that part clear. Even the Prime Minister himself should know that. So this kind of, the way they want to twist stories and all them type of different things, stay plain as it is. It's the stranded national she's calling for to come home. So I just want to clear that part straight.
Well, let me engage you for a few. My grandmother always told me is not what you say is how you say it. Because the entire nation will have the impression that everybody is stranded.
Well, and this is what she's saying, and it's not everybody she's saying. Those who are stranded. So if they want to give, let me say, a statistical figure to say, well, how much of the amount of thousands that are stranded, right? So when the Prime Minister says you want the borders open for everybody to come, how much 100,000 it has? That is what he's saying. But what she's saying is the stranded nationals. None of them really give a figure to say how many people are stranded. So if they would clear that part, then the nation will understand. But when two of them talking clear, she's saying stranded nationals, he's saying all the nationals that are out there. So you understand? Both of them need to be specific and say, well, the government will know for sure how many people, since they know the figure how much out there, they will be able to identify the figure that are stranded that don't necessarily need to come home. So they need to clear that.
Okay.
Instead of,
I say okay.
Instead of he just saying they want to put the whole quarantine system at risk by allowing everybody to come. That is not what I want to speak. That is not what the lady is saying. Stranded nationals is who she's pleading for to come home. That's all I want to take up. Thank you very much.
Okay. Then she needs to say how many people are considered to be stranded nationals.
Exactly. I do think the exemption form has a question, are you stranded?
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing this morning?
I did cool. How are you going?
I did just mellow, man. I just mellow.
Nice.
You know, I got up kind of early and I'm waiting for the program to start. Dominic, good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
How things?
All is well.
Well, I realize that. And to all the listeners and callers, management and staff, to all my lovers, the haters and traitors, good morning, hoping that the attitude may change to what's life. Bruce, what are we dealing with? An opposition leader
Boy.
I think if the opposition leader of this country, and come out and say what you mean, you don't have to have a little peep squeak who can understand life come to defend you. You is the opposition leader of this country, and she said open the borders for the citizens to come in.
Yeah, she didn't specify stranded.
That is correct.
Who is stranded?
She
how
never
many
talk
people
about
are
stranded people, so we're not coming to defend the opposition leader. Yeah? She's a politician, she was a prime minister in this country, she was a minister of education. So we're not coming to defend Kamala Prasad Bisesa. It's too early to cuss, you know, Bruce. And I ain't want to do that. But that piece of drama talk this morning, that tripped me off. Because I don't know peace like a caller who making an accusation who just called to make a contribution, you know. That is the opposition leader, ex-prime minister, education minister, past education minister. Bruce, I looked on and listened before I cuss this man this morning, yes?
Dominic.
Yes, sir.
At any given point in time, did the opposition leader say X amount of people are considered to be stranded?
No.
You're making mischief.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you and I both know that all trainees abroad, nearly all of them want to come back home. I mean, I ain't get them wrong.
Right.
Because our situation here might be a little better than everywhere else. So yes, everybody would want to come back home to the safety of home, no problem.
Right.
Well, as the Prime Minister said, even if she's talking about stranded citizens, you still cannot bring everybody one time. You cannot do it. And that's the reality of the thing. We have to understand that.
Yeah, but what defines stranded?
Well, this is the next thing.
How do you know many people stranded? Because somebody come up on social media and say that they're suffering, as the case may be, and then we saw as with the lady in Canada who never applied for an exemption.
Come on.
But you're suffering.
And that's the next thing too. You went over there to, okay, whatever purpose, whatever reason that you went abroad for, you couldn't come back home because the borders were closed. We end up in a whole pandemic. And so why it is now you want to sue the government, you want to blame the government, you want to fight with the government? The government was responsible for the pandemic?
No.
Well, I thought so, the way people get, and I swear Dr. Rowley had something to do with the pandemic,
But Bruce, I would find it very difficult to believe that you still have a whole bunch of people out there who would have left here in March or February, thereabouts last year, for a couple of weeks, and it's been almost a year that the borders are closed, and you haven't gotten an exemption yet? To the point where you will now claim that you're suffering for how many months, really?
Or is it that you were living you were living abroad,
right?
And because of the pandemic, you have no more job, you have no more income. I could understand if you tell me that, but don't tell me that. Oh God, I'm waiting so long and this and that and the other.
That's the thing, because you've had people who have left Trinidad since the borders have closed because the government. You've been seeing advertisement for flights, Caribbean Airlines. People have been leaving. The Minister of National Security would have pointed to the fact that in August last year, you would have had students who go to school abroad, who were here for vacation, left, went, and then because schools classes are now online, they want to come back.
I can tell you what just happened and nobody I want to say,
What is that?
So I abroad, right?
Right.
We in March. I abroad. I realized, pandemic, this thing taking over the world, boy.
Yeah.
Bam, it reaching Trinidad. But me not going back to Trinidad. I staying here. I staying here.
Yeah.
Boom. Here started getting a mess. Trinidad doing good. Here in a mess. Where is? I want to come home.
Yeah.
No, I want to come home. I want to come home. Then on top of that, boy, I walk in here, Trinidad, have it. Me no reason to go back home. I done walking over here already. Bam, I lost my work.
Yeah.
I stranded. I need to go back home. All don't come around people with them nonsense.
Yeah, but you had hardened people too, Bruce, because the even probably it's like around February, early March thereabout, the government was saying, unless it's necessary travel, please refrain from.
We remember that.
No.
But we remember.
I had a flight booked, Bruce. For March, I was supposed to go to Miami for 5 days. And I was contemplating go, not go. I said, look, you see me, I ain't taking that chance now. I cancel my ticket. And I decided, but a lot of them went because they weren't thinking that the border closure would have lasted this long. So they take a chance. So just think now, and if you're suffering, how you're paying for the ticket? It's not free. So this dotishness about, let the people who stranded come home. Is Mrs. Prasad Bissessa going to send them the money? Or you all want the government to send them the money too?
That will be the next,
pay for the ticket.
That will be the next topic, eh? That will be the next topic. The government
they should send plane.
Yes.
Free and just pick up whoever wants to come and bring them.
Because it's our PTSD bus
that's
now.
right.
You know? That's the whole thing right there. Just now, that could be the conversation. That is going to be the conversation, Dominic. Remember I say that. I don't know, but boy. And the thing about it is this was the 22nd of March we closed the borders?
Yes.
Right. So a couple of days before that, when they hear borders going to close, whatever, from the 22nd of March, who, according to what you said, there are people who jump on a plane and gone.
Mm-hmm.
They jump on a plane and they
Didn't
gone.
Barry Parat leave on, I think, on the 21st or the 22nd?
Yes.
Last flight out?
Okay.
And he's back here, right?
Okay. So what all is saying to us and nothing is the same thing. To my good friend that called, I have no problem with you defending the opposition leader, brother, but be careful of how you're defending.
There are just some things that cannot be defended.
Yeah, you have to be careful, partner, because you might just get thrown under the bus. You understand? And I wouldn't like to see that happen to you. So you have to be a little mindful, right?
And then to Bruce, I recall where sometime probably around October, November there, the minister had indicated that up to that time the total number of exemption requests was in the vicinity of about 11,000 or something. And last month the figure reached up to about 19,000. So where this extra 7,000 or 8,000 people come from? They weren't interested in an exemption in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Suddenly December and January you now want an exemption. So you weren't stranded. You were staying probably with family, some of them, and eventually family started to realize, well, hey, we started to see a dent in the couch because you're sleeping on the couch for too long.
Well, listen to me.
You started to get bad eye and
that in itself, Dominic. Anybody who has ventured abroad and stayed a little too long would understand. After a while, your same brother, your sister, your father, your uncle, nene, whoever it is, you plan to get up and do something to contribute.
Exactly. Yes.
We had to pay for everything here. This is not Trinidad, you know. How long you say you're staying for again?
Yeah.
When you going back home? Boy.
Yeah, because if I eating too much and you know you're lying on the couch all day and they had to get up, it's snowing in New York now and they had to get up still and go to work. And you just...
I call your uncle this morning, he say you go see for a little N for you, and you like a little N, who you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, you can't be on the couch all day again, and you gotta get up and get something to do. And this is out of the pandemic I talking about it, so you can imagine pandemic with things a little harder now.
Right.
What it is going on. Boy. Folks, we're going to be going to a break in just a little bit. Let me see if I can take a call here. Caller, good morning.
Oh, good morning, thank God. I have some information. The press conference that Mr. Young had, I think was day before yesterday, he spoke about if only 3,000 people want to come home now. The application down to 3,000. Since they created the new system, there were people reapplying and clogging the system. And this same person who wanted to sue the government and wanted to pull back, he accused the former Attorney General for bullying her and telling her to pay him $300,000. So if you could play that speech and show what Mr. Stewart was saying, the UNC was the one who was messing up that system there. Check it out, and if you listen to him what he said, they had a major role in messing up that system. So if you're thinking 20 or 30,000, they were just reapplying and messing up the system. Now it was only 3,000 people want to come home on the list, since they clear up the list. And there are some people who are approved and it doesn't come home. That all of those things he said Number 2, when you listen to Mrs. Kamala Pasabi, that's a bait not head.
Call, you have a few seconds, darling. Open. You have a few seconds.
Right, as the border, she wanted open, not no stranded citizen. So don't try to come to thing because she looking not smart. Good.
Thank you. I like how she said that she looking not smart. I like that. I will use that from now on. So we're getting ready to go to a break, and then we have our major newscast. So we'll be right back and continue to take your calls. Keep it locked.
All them girl and them so boy. Long time all you like money man. Now you like susu man. This is from the age of 10. Had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right round the bend. But don't fast forward later then. How much money you spend? This small susu hand where I get. She marking every cent. You see I trust too much girl in life. You see I make too much a bad choice. You see I try to do what is right. Never me again. I'm jamming them girls for spite. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in like more money to spend, I juggling both of them. The friend and the best friend, and they want me to spend the what? Pay the bills and rent. The two so hand way I get. She still say she take cash and check. You see I trust too much girl in life. You see I make too much of a choice. You see I try to do what is right. Never me again. I'm jamming them girls for spite. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in like ba ba la ba la bam bam ba la ba ba la ba la bam bam ba la ba ba la ba la bam bam ba la ba ba la ba la ba yam ba la ba ba la ba la ba ba la ba ba la ba la ba 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 la ba ba la ba la ba ba la ba ba la ba la ba 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 la.
Nescafe 3-in-1.
A rich coffee aroma that fills your senses up. A flavor that you savor and overflows your cup. 3-in-1 coffee, cream and sugar, please. Rich, right and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee, cream and sugar. Just add water and experience the perfect cup of coffee every time.
3-in-1 coffee, just add water, please. Rich, right and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox,
foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements, silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastor Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. And on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222.
Listen for the call. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 7 a.m. a major newscast on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and the YouTube. In the headlines, kidnapped suspect dies after allegedly being beaten by police. TNT has another COVID-19 death. The total is now 135. And internationally, Germany flies in COVID-19 aid to Portugal to assist embattled hospitals. And now for the details. Another wrinkle on the abduction of Andrea Barrett surfaced on Wednesday afternoon as one of the suspects held for kidnapping has died. Police said Andrew Morris, who was held at his Arima home, died between Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. It is alleged that Morris succumbed to injuries sustained after being beaten by police. Morris was arrested by Special Operation Response Team officers around 3 a.m. on Tuesday and was allegedly beaten in the presence of his family and again while in police custody at the Malabar Police Station. Police members of the Defense Force and other groups familiar with forested areas in Sandy Grande have been searching for Bharat, who has been missing since last Friday. In other news, on Wednesday afternoon, several persons took to social media to express their condolence to the family of Andrea Barrett. An outpouring of sympathy, as well as being bombarded with calls to confirm that Barrett was found dead, prompted Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith to issue a release to confirm that the search was still on for the 23-year-old court clerk. He said that it was irresponsible of persons on social media to be posting that Barrett had been found dead. Mr. Griffith asked that persons desist from posting such information, as it further traumatizes the family. In health news, an elderly male with comorbidities is the country's latest COVID-19 death, bringing the total to 135. The Ministry of Health reported the fatality on Wednesday afternoon in its daily release. There were 8 new positive cases reported by the ministry. The number of active cases is now down to 247, and only 1 patient is at a step-down facility. That patient is in Tobago. 30 patients are at hospital and 307 patients are at state quarantine facilities. In international news, a German military plane landed in Lisbon on Wednesday, carrying intensive care specialists and ventilators for embattled hospitals in Portugal. The country's National Health Service is overwhelmed with a shortage of beds and specialist nurses. Daily new cases have recently been around 10 times their peak of last year during the first wave of infections. January accounted for 45% of all coronavirus deaths since the pandemic began. The lockdown imposed in mainland Portugal on 15th January does not seem to be reducing the transmission rate. The country still has a huge number of active cases and deaths. That was a look at our news. Now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, partly cloudy morning with 1 or 2 brief showers will give way to a mostly sunny and breezy afternoon. Fair night with a light breeze and the odd overnight shower. Seas moderate to rough. Waves 2.5 to 3 meters in open waters, 1 meter in sheltered areas. It is currently 31 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 31 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And here's a recap of our headlines. Kidnapped suspect dies after allegedly being beaten by police. TNT has another COVID-19 death. The toll is now 135. And internationally, Germany flies in COVID-19 aid to Portugal to assist embattled hospitals. You've just heard the 7 a.m. national newscast on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning.
From the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
are the days and times when we feel to drink and lime, hard wine. Release your stress and vibe when you are sipping on Korea's hard wine. Sipping on Korea's for a century. Hard wine. Drink responsibly. Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division. It's an assault on batteries. PowerMaster, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries starting from $488. Yes, that's right. $488 at Tobago Color Shop, Old Farm Road, Shaw Park, Tobago. You can call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And Johnny Q on 15 R. Peter Avenue in Woodbrook, 6-Tree Tools. Carnival 2021 is almost here. Support and contribute to your culture to win. This week on Iwer Stage, today, Thursday, Tuco presents Classic Russo featuring all-rounder Crazy, Versatile, Shalane, Lady Wonder, Contender, Robbie G, Brian London, Hamudala, Dr. Wilby, Typha, Man-Child, Stanley Adams, Kaiso Mac, Gary Hercules, Mechanic, Mark Eastman, King Soul, Garth Sinclair, KC, The Dream, Sideways, and Nefta. And it all starts at 7 p.m. We'd like to thank all of you who contributed and tuned in last night for the gospel show. The performance by Mr. J. Prince. This Friday, Color Me Calypso streaming in collaboration with WAC 90.1 FM Live. It starts at 7 p.m. On Saturday, Things We Did Before, Throwback on a Saturday. It starts at 7 p.m. And we're going to close off the weekend with a live playback from Mr. King, and that's going to start at 6 p.m. Remember, your contributions can be made via the following using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset. Text your name to 9191, which allows you to contribute only $20 TT. Or you can go to Fund Me TNT, choose the campaign of your choice, and contribute. For our U.S. fans, you can use Cash App payable to 1-863-594-3659. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at The Street 909 FM and Neil Iwer George. YouTube at Iwer TV and The Street. Also, Iwer George on Instagram. Remember, it's all sponsored by ADC Supermarket, American Stores, KFC, Cache, NLCB, and Super Quality. Contribute to your culture and always be a winner. It's all about Iwer Stage. So, Dominic, while we're back inside, open up the lines. 342-0081, 466-5391. Remember, we live and alive on Facebook and YouTube. You can see us live streaming there. So as we continue to take your calls, caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, Bruce.
Morning, morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Miss Felix. Hope you're having a great day. And I hope you do have a great day. Good morning to all listeners and callers of 91.9 Titles of Democracy. I want to address, I know Deep South morning. Anyway, of course. But people have to understand that there are people who are easily gullible by little simple words, and they don't make any attempt to understand. The young man who called first this morning, trying to say that the opposition leader asked for those who are stranded. She never asked for that. She wanted the borders open. People have to remember things, People seem to forget that the Minister of National Security indicated a couple months ago that the first dealt with those who had just left and simply went on holiday, and we dealt with those people first. And when they realized and they recognized that people were just kept repeating, sending email after email after email and saying all sorts of things, they decided to say, you know what, let's do this a little easier to make it easier on ourselves. let's ask very simple questions. So you fill out the form and you say, well, when last did you travel? And you could easily check it back with people who there's a record of when last you left the country. You understand? And how long you left. There are people who left in 2006, 2008, 2010 and now want to come back and say, oh, they're stranded outside.
Thank you.
These things can be checked. So if it is they tell you to make out the form and you put in certain information, like for example, your passport identification number, and when last you left Trinidad and Tobago, when last you departed these shores, that is why it has dropped drastically, because you can't fool them anymore. If you tell me to send, I could send 1,000 emails, you know, what I'm stranded, at this, at that, at the other, mine are stranded. And that is why the government had to say, listen, let us put a stop to this. We could catch people. Make out the application form, right, for the exemption. When last did you leave Trinidad and Tobago? What was your last departure date? And that can be easily checked. And that is how you will catch people. That is why it has dropped them by over 5,000 to 6,000 people. Because people are just there, and that is why the UNC has been caught with the pants down, or the panty down, as the case might be. Because they have been using that to say, well, let's just keep applying and send email. What does it say now? Because of many people now to have applied. And you can always back check it to make sure that what they put on the application form is either true or not true. And we have to put a stop to this. You understand? Because them trying to make the Minister of National Security look bad, but they have to understand that they just want to be relevant. And that is why they have brought out the application form, to put a stop to it. Because people seem to forget what the minister said. Hey, we have done all we can for all those who left in sometime last year early and got stranded, and we have placed priority on those people and we brought them back. The people that now want to come back are those who have been out there for years and seeing trouble now, and using the COVID-19 as an excuse to come back home to say, well, you know, things are so good outside there and are coming back home now. You can check. They can check that. So people stop. Don't let these little imps and them come and say, but oh, the people are stranded. Nobody's stranded. Nobody is stranded. There will be one or two. But those that are thousands and thousands of people, like the UNC, want people to believe. It is not true. Unless explain to me then why it dropped down from all the 8 and 9 and 10,000 down to 2,000, less than 3,000 people. Explain that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Same thing we were saying earlier, Dominic. Same thing we were saying earlier. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Oi.
Good strategy by the UNC, you know. good strategy to change what we're supposed to be discussing. Because we know they've been saying this right too, and the government been explaining it every day. That's why the coconut, who hard outside and very soft inside, could have called this morning and talk foolishness. You know what we're supposed to be talking about this morning? We had a bill before the parliament to keep a man in jail if he have more than one possession charges, certain rape, certain things. And the opposition of this country refuse to support that bill. So they come now, so are we talking about what do want we to talk about? You understand it? That we're going on with Chile, you know. Because how much time our government will explain how they see how the people that are coming in the country are seeing plain full and people getting in Trinidad and Tobago. But yet she come up with this strategy to cloud in mind where we have a young lady, one of our daughters, outside. We don't know if she's alive, we don't know if she's dead, we just don't know what's going on. And our brother now suffering because he wonder where his child is. And that is all he have. The man put on a Ford number plate on a car and kidnap a young lady We could have had a man in jail. At least one or two of them might have been in jail because of a crime. You understand? But because of the opposition in this country, we're going through this separation with this young lady today. And me going politics, I be real. You see, when all they supporting these parties and them, all they know all they have out, you know. You support PNM because you love PNM, you know. Support them because they're doing the right thing, you know. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce. How are
Hey,
you?
morning, Mr. Arch. How are you doing this morning? Are they cool?
I'm listening to you. Brother Dominic.
Morning, sir.
How you do, brother?
I good.
You sure everything good?
Yeah.
Well, boy, we have tension into me here.
Too much.
We have tension. But good morning, my sister Sharon, wherever you are this morning. I do hope you are well. Good morning, Mommy Sauce. Good morning, everybody. Lucy and Dominic, imagine one of the gentlemen that the police detained for the kidnapping of the lady. He was arrested about 70 times. And you know the government put a bill, bring a bill. If you do so much crime or you're arrested so much time or they lock you up or whatsoever, you should not be. They shouldn't allow you out again. But the opposition stood up and said that is inhumane and that is wickedness to people. Today, one of the gentlemen have 70 cases pending. Even coming to be one with the same stupidness. And then the opposition leader now come in and put him out and start to talk all kind of foolishness. Until now again, he went in Parliament or whatsoever, raising up paper and started to talk about Tobago autonomy and the assembly this and what the assembly should do. Madam, listen to me. I'm telling you as a Tobagonian, keep yourself quiet. I mean, you have a party over here under law. You know that. Keep yourself quiet. And let the Prime Minister, as a Tobagonian that don't have no bad mind for Tobagonian, do what he can do to squash this stalemate thing. Because Dominican Bruce, on the gong you're hearing all kind of nonsense. All kind of nonsense. Imagine a man fairly saying that he should spin a coin or pull a lot, so what you call it, put two sticks in one long and one short, and pull one, you just say short and you pull long your loss. It's to say about Tobago business. This is not Mickey Mouse thing, you know. This is not a Mickey Mouse thing, you say about people's livelihood. It's to make certain decisions. Then we have a next fella, a shift for the talk a little. Then we have a next gentleman. He is the political leader for the PDP, but Farley is the chief secretary home. And talking about people peace and people this and people that. And when you go and see what these fellas have, they're not exposing these fellas. You know. They go and look at a little assemblyman trying to make a living, taking out their house picture, go by the political leader parents' home, check out the parents' picture. This man, this gentleman, the political leader of the Tobago Council, father must be working in a division for 40-something years. The mother, the same thing. And we have to be careful. Now they're saying that I was declining and they have this. Up till now, we're calling on Mr. Farley, take the thing to the police, carry it to the DPP, expose it, let us see, and nothing has come out yet. You understand, brothers?
Yeah.
Well, we are in Tobago here, waiting to see what will happen with this stalemate. And this man, take these two young ladies, put them in the chamber, so they're sleeping all night. You wouldn't tell your wife there to sleep on a chair. He ain't telling the wife to sleep on a chair. He go on the long couch, something like a sofa. lie down, and the other 5 of them just sit down on chair. How foolish you are. They sit down on a chair and they lie down on the couch like a king. Like a king, you know. These young ladies leave home about 8 o'clock in the morning, go in the house, sit down there, whole day, whole night. You ain't bathe, you ain't brush your teeth, you ain't nothing. How you feel? This man, wife home, brush your teeth, you bathe, you eat, you take your breakfast, you take your dinner, you take whatsoever. But you sit down inside that. This is not a department, you know. This is to be House of Assembly. You know where the union could go and make noise and beat pan and jump up. You know? This is the Tobago House of Assembly. And this way that Mr. Duke and them have, you have to be careful. This is not a division. This is not a department. This is not a ministry. This is the Tobago House of Assembly. And Tobagonian was taught to defend the assembly with the blood. If you have a stalemate, brothers and sisters, let us come together and settle this thing. Not a woman who have no feelings for Tobagonian. Go in and raise a paper and talk all kind of nonsense. I'm feeling it. I'm hurting. Morning.
Thank you, Mr. Archer. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm feeling Mr. Charles. As a matter of fact, our former chief secretary said that that action wasn't due taken. This is not no trade union, no PSA action. This is something totally different. I don't know if you heard that on the news last night. Mr. Hochacha did not approve of Mustang due action at all. Yeah, I was very surprised to see it. And when you look at the thing, this man wanted to bring this teacher thing into this dispute. Which Charles said last night on the news that this is not no trade union. This is not no picket action. This is not no trade union thing. This is something totally different. And with respect to the guy before say about gambling business, I think this thing is a red herring. The whole matter is that the opposition did not support the anti-gang bill and they did not support the anti-bail bill. And you see what happened now? Just a month ago, we was crying about the young girl who was found murdered in Santa Cruz. Now, next one again, you know why? Because the opposition did not support the anti-gang bill and they also against the anti-bail bill. And then this lady had the audacity to say about say prayers to the family when you're not supporting no legislation to protect us from the criminals. You understand the hypocrisy? And you know what really sad? 300,000 people voted for these people to get 19 seats. Now, what is the mindset of that? Not to mention the fact that some controversial figures in the city that should not even be in parliament, like the member Kufanot. You understand? It's real hypocrisy, right? Don't forget to the gentleman in Tobago who have a court case matter. And he's asked himself, where's the organization like Mantra? Right? Remember that same man threatened a woman, don't come to Tobago because she have something to clear up. Isn't that against abuse against women? You know, you folks have good ears because I want to use the words here on the radio. It wouldn't be radio friendly. But a lot of hypocrisy. This like I said, this government should have got a fair mandate of 26 seats, but the other side gave them 19. Why? And the same opposition don't want to support the anti-gang bill and the anti-bill bill. You folks have a nice day. I go on.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
very
take
upset.
care. Thanks. So we getting ready to go for a break. Let's see. Caller, quickly, you have a minute. Morning.
Yes, hello, morning. Good morning, Bruce.
Yes.
I would like to let Uncle Dennis and Tracy Davis, they set up an office in Tobago where all the youths could come and voice the opinion to get to jobs.
Yeah.
Right? That would be very, very good. Now where they remain there as the executive. Set up that office, let the youths and them come now, prepare themselves now, where they could come to ask for work and set up let it have plumbing, electrical, technician, all these things. Get the youths where they could come in our office and, where they could find out where they could get jobs. They have to do that. Because right now, that is what the young people talking about, jobs.
Yeah.
Right? So I hope they hear and I hope they go here and they need to do that. Let the office, let the young ones know where they could come in that office and know where they could, you understand? Right. Okay then.
All right, my dear, take care. So we're going to a break. We'll be right back. Keep it locked. Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. Dominic Romain and Bruce Wayne will be right back.
Can't stop the mass. Start. Yo, the system. Hot man like to party too. Play more so coffee them. Uptown big so party too. Play more so coffee them. If you feel like you can't get through, rum and so coffee them. All who vex and who hate you, play more so coffee them. And away we go. Time to kick off the greatest show. Say anywhere we go. Just wine pon the thing like whoa. Could be rain or snow. That could never stop what we do. DJ pull it up again for me and my friends. We going down till the end. We going all day. Jack power them coming way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. We going all day. Jack power them coming way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. So when we touch down, down, down. Hot gal a bubble like them possess. So when we touch down, 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 down in the vibe, take jam, gal, no candlelight. When we touch down, 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 down in the street, gal plus rum, everything complete. When we touch down, 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 down in the bars, them gal, them shaking their ass. On the beats love to party too. Play-mo so coffee them. Big up South and the Central crew. Play-mo so coffee them. Downtown with the action brew. Rum and so coffee them. Side is side, everything good. Soca, we just defend. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. So when we touch down, 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 down in the zest, hot gal a bubble like them possess. So when we touch down, 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 down in the vibe, take jam, gal, no candlelight. When we touch down, 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 down in the street, gal plus rum, everything complete. When we touch down, 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 down in the bars, them gal, them shaking their ass. And away we go. Time to kick off the greatest show. Say anywhere we go. Gal just wine pon the thing like whoa. Could be rain or snow. That could never stop what we do. DJ pull it up again for me and my friends. We going down till the end. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. We going all day. 24 hours in one day. So when we touch down, 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 down in the zest, hot gal a bubble like them possess. So when we touch down, 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 down in the vibe, take jam, gal, no candlelight. When we touch down, 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 down in the street, gal plus rum, everything.
JQ Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paints, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Join Pan Trinbago on its Pan is Spirit virtual concert series, keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Live Sunday, February 7th and Saturday, February 13th at 8 p.m. via pay-per-view on Tizik.com and WAC platforms. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Top medium and large bands in the nation. Featuring National Panorama Champions Desperados and NGC Kuvo Joylanders. Courts Sound Specialist, Face 2 Pan Group, Cats and Jammers, Panberry, and many more. People's Choice Prizes to be won. Text to vote your most vibes and the sweetest band. Buy your tickets today. Log on to Tizik.com, that's Tizik.com, and purchase your tickets. You don't want to miss out on these spectacular steel pan events. Prosperity in Pan. For further information, contact events at pantrinbago.co.tt, 623-4486, or visit Pantrinbago's social media pages. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world.
No carnival, no problem.
Together we are fun. When we're together we are great. Whether on the road or home, now is the time to take a break. The greatest flavors hand in hand, hold back hunger all the way. Working, lying in Dixie all the way. Share the good times, work till the moonlight. When it comes to snack, no matter the mood, there's a Dixie for that. There's a Dixie for that.
You juice. And when me drink, me get a natural boost. Ginger, lime, and turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this a real spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
Join Bishop Aaron and the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries together with ministers and choirs from Ghana, the Republic of the Congo, the Republic of Uganda, the United States, London, and from right here in Trinidad and Tobago on February 6th and February 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. here on the Street 919 FM. For a closer look at spiritual principles of the Acts of the Apostles and a renaissance of your own faith in Jesus Christ. Bishop Aaron and the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries on February 6th and February 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. here on the Street 919 FM.
It is recorded, it is
Share the Live. Share the Live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the Live. The Street 919 FM.
So welcome back on the inside. We are here. Continuing to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey,
morning, Dominic.
Hey, man, morning.
Well, body cock can't crow this morning. I crow until a woman tell me, she said, don't crow with that mouth. She said, don't. Anyway, let me not say that. I say morning to Mammy Tosco to see Cote Lagel. Zina morning, Patricia, good morning, 1285. Good morning, Bonnet Gardens, and it's Friday, Jackie and Jackie, good morning. It's Gloria, Faizabad, the whole of Tobago. Good morning, good morning. Love is the answer. Always forget that, you see Camilla? Always studying Camilla, they're doing things, but she named the call all the time. Let the woman name dead now. Let the woman name dead. And you see for them fellas and them who kidnap the girl, I tell them, bring them by me. I have a big ant's nest by me. I go butter the business, put some sugar on it and put them the slung right in the ant's nest. Them fellas, I can't understand. But anyway, let me go and let me keep my mouth to do something else. I go on.
Well, go ahead. You will get banned. You will get banned. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Ghost.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
You see, the same thing I say yesterday, Bruce. We have repeated offenders committing crime over and over again, and jump high, jump low, don't care the person to the high is their fault. Because you trying to tell me a man who faced a man 70 times, he on the street walking, in which country that will I be real? Which country? Who really fears about crime? Which country will I be real? Which country who can really fear about crime? That can happen. I was? This man faced a man on 2 islands 70 times, and he on the street walking. So you trying to tell me, right? Every time you face a man a lawyer get paid. And same thing I say yesterday, it's about the hustle. If you lock up inside Sidham, the lawyer making no money. And that is the whole hustle. If this bill will pass, most lawyers ain't making much money. So now the county, the court now the child and whatever. But I'm gonna say it's because them fault. Because we could have 2 young ladies alive today. Well, I can't say the young lady. I want to say, but one young lady lost, and the other one she's still missing. That could be avoided if them repeated offenders was where it's supposed to be. Doctor, listening.
Yes, I saw last night they had the UNC had the hypocrite vigil in Arima. They had a candlelight vigil. I think under the auspices of the recently elected Arima Central Council by the bus terminal there. I mean, these people have absolutely no shame. You all keep opposing legislation that could assist the police in dealing with these types of things.
That's right.
And all you want to see, well, we leading the charge, you know, the PNM do this, but we had a vigil and so. What came out of that? What came out of it?
Everything is political.
A UNC papi show.
Everything. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic. Sharon,
Morning.
Everybody else. Morning. Bruce, I don't know if I heard well, but somewhere along on the paper, somebody don't want any election to solve Tobago problems with the election.
The deadlock?
Huh?
They don't want no election to solve the deadlock?
That was read on the papers or something?
Yeah, so how I'm trying to figure out...
Well, I will tell you. I will tell you. In 2025 coming up election, don't bother to have any election. Instead of spinning shows, getting straws and what is this? Spin coin. I am giving you something. If we play Wapi, Rumi, all fours, and I go in Rumi. So whoever win the game you know that game? You know Wapi?
Wapi, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And you know about Rumi?
Yeah.
And for all fours?
All fours, yeah.
Right. So whoever wins would be the Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago. No more election. And why? I guess they feel, well, no point supporting the bill because now there is a solution keep a vigil whenever the person die. You know, whoever kill who or whoever kidnap who, don't worry to pass any bill for them. We got keep a vigil and it will solve the problem. And call on God that time. No bill. Right? Okay then. Bye. That's my solution.
Oh gosh.
But there's the statement that Kamala put out yesterday. She says, respect the law in Tobago deadlock. I am very disturbed by the statements made today by the Prime Minister because his suggestions for ending the THA impasse are contrary to the existing law of Trinidad and Tobago and contrary to the democratic will of the people of Tobago. We do not support the suggestions made by him. The Prime Minister is totally wrong. There is no need for parliamentary intervention to change the law. There is no need for EBC intervention to change boundaries. There is no need for fresh elections. There is no need for the previous Executive Council to remain in office. The existing law as contained in the THA Act and the THA standing orders is very clear and explicit about what happens or rather what needs to be done in the current situation. The use of the existing law to break the THA tie will permit a new Executive Council to be appointed, thereby ensuring that the democratic will of the people is respected. In this way, public money can be spent in accordance with the democratic will of the people by a new Executive Council of the THA as opposed to the previous Executive Council of the THA. Tiebreaker. Standing Order 92 of the THA Act, Standing Orders 2015 provides, in any matter not herein provided for, resort shall be had to the usage and practice of the House of Representatives of Trinidad and Tobago. The government which I led amended the standing orders of the House of Representatives to provide for a tiebreaker in the election of the presiding officer of the House, namely the Speaker. Standing Order 410 of the 2015 House of Representatives Standing Order provides, if after the holding of a ballot referred to in paragraph 9 of this standing order, the votes remain equal, the clerk must determine by lot which candidate is to be eliminated. It is imperative that the Prime Minister and the Cabinet follow the current laws set out in the THA and House of Representatives standing orders. To do otherwise would be to subvert the will of the people of Tobago. There is precedent for breaking an equality of votes under the then law. At different times, the superior local government body and Mayaro determined a tie by lot. In addition, it is imperative that if any amendments are to be made to the law, there must be consultation with the people of Tobago. The UNC will not accept any piecemeal legislation brought to Parliament without consultation and agreement by all parties that respects the will of the people. And while the UNC did not contest the THA election, we have a parliamentary duty to ensure that the House of Representatives is not misused and abused in any manner that is inconsistent with the rule of law and good governance in our republic. In this present circumstance, it is not for the Prime Minister and his Cabinet to dictate the affairs of Tobago. It is for the clerk of the House of the Tobago House of Assembly and the clerk alone to follow the law and parliamentary provisions already established to resolve this deadlock in Tobago. The Prime Minister must respect the existing law and do what is in the best interest of the people of Tobago. So says Kamala Prasad Bisesa.
Who is the clerk of the the House in Tobago House of Assembly?
I can't remember her name, no? I think it's Myrna something, Myrna McLeod.
Okay.
Yeah. But you all did, you had no interest in Tobago. You did not contest any seats in Tobago. As a matter of fact, you never have.
At least so you're telling me.
Yeah. We know what's Duke and the PDP is your proxy in Tobago and all this thing about casting lots and whatnot. You're just echoing the sentiments of Ali Augustine. But you had no interest there. And all of a sudden now you want to come and intervene and dictate and talk about the will of the people of Tobago. If it's 6-6, Tracy Davidson Celestin and Ansel Dennis speak on behalf of the PNM supporters. More people voted for the PNM than the PDP. And therefore, if it is Tracy Davidson Celestin and Ansel Dennis are saying we want to go back to the polls, they speak for the majority of the people who voted in the THA elections, not Watson Duke.
So what
6 is 6, but at the end of the day, PNM has the popular vote. So they speak for more people.
So if we was to go by the popular vote now, how do you feel about that?
Which is what they were advocating. Again, you see, in the immediate aftermath of election, remember, the UNC jump out in August 2020 and say the UNC got the popular vote. And then when the EBC produced the official results, the PNM got it. And it's the same thing the PDP did. Finally jump out itself and say, well, we have the popular vote, so therefore we should be allowed to...
There's watching the landmass boundary.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Benedict.
Hello?
Yeah.
I hardly hear you.
Well, I know what course that. You hear me clearly, you know?
I hear you good now. Nice.
All right. I hear somebody UNC keep a candlelight vigil. That was for who? For themselves or what?
The vigil was for the young lady that was kidnapped.
But them more in need of a candlelight vigil?
Right?
So, let me tell you something. Them doing all kind of thing out here to politics.
Yeah.
To see if they could fool the population or to win back minds or some kind of thing. But I don't know what's wrong with these people. Wait, partner, here call back to defend Kamala again?
No, I ain't seen call back. Nah, I ain't think he'll call back again, man.
I done put our spokes in the wheel already, man. He probably switched to the Bow station. You know where the dog does back down there? Yeah. All right, I look on and listening.
Yeah, man, take care. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I need somebody to bring them big line copybook that your children use when they now start school.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring one of that and one of them fat pencils to write so I understand because what they're saying and nothing is the same thing. At the end of the day, it will be resolved. We have to go back to the polls. We have to go back to the polls.
The ultimate expression of the will of the people is the polls.
Yeah. The people have to decide.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can make a decision for them.
Yeah, so there's nonsense about there's no need to go back to the polls. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. There could be no argument there, right? If it is the people go back to the polls and how much ever it work out to, if the PNM get the majority, fine. If PDP get the majority, the loser just had to accept that.
People have spoken.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to my brother Bruce Wayne. Good morning to my brother Dominic.
Morning, sir.
And good morning to each and every one of my voices. You know, I listen very attentively to all that taking place in Trinidad and see all these people who go to university, some of them, rather, who go to university or like in the UNC group and all of them. I find to me, they look like toilet material. Because I can't, the thing that Kamala said just now, what you read out there, I'm madness, you know. Any election, any part of the world, and have ties. Either they get together or they go back to the poll. The people have the choice. You can't send no coin to nobody. There's only a general election. Let's send a coin and it. You have to go and vote. Send a coin and who win. But let me tell you all. You see today the 24th? Yeah, there are 21 days again for Ram Logan and Ram Dean to face the court. And by they're talking all this stupidness. To try to distract people from the 25th of February. And the vigilance that they keep, the candlelight they keep in Arima, in Princess Royal Park the last night. That is just showing the kind of racism that's taking place in this country. When that girl from Santa Cruz, when the same thing happened to her, who come out? UNC, a woman group come out? They didn't come out. And they're going to take the woman from Santa Cruz and carry her up there. These people playing game with me and we don't understand that. Can we get and stand on our feet and don't let them drag all over the place? But I don't want to know what is taking place in this country, you know. I just really want to know if this is a banana country or Donald Trump a asshole country. I don't want to know. These people go to university, their degree, all kind of letters to their name, and they know God. They are toilet material. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. I see the countdown has begun. First to take another break at the top of the hour. But we can probably take another call or two once you're quick. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all?
Morning, sir.
Morning. You have just under 2 minutes.
All right. Now, I hear what Andrew said, but I want people to understand something. The fact that so many times Mr. Sadi Sasa has been wrong, are we going to really listen to her? No. That's A. And B, the fact that the people hold vigil, yes, it shows, but they are for them. Why we not for we? That is the real question. Why we not for us? Why nobody in the Afro community? You know, we hearing more noise being made about the one of the suspects dying in custody than we hearing about the woman dying or the woman kidnapped. Why? How come we only start to come out when there's a criminal involved? Come on, we have to think different. That's why we still the same way. Because you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Gentlemen, you have a night.
Thank you. So we're getting ready to take the break. When we come back, we're going to continue. Let me see if I can call you after be quick. Good morning.
Dominic and Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Look how Kamala's so hypocritical. There's a draft letter from the Tobagonians called the Tobago Autonomy to make a bill. They're frustrating the light out of that. No long that came to Parliament, and it gone to the Joint Select Committee stages, and they're just frustrating the life out there. There's things that is needed to help Tobago with this impasse. And she come and tell me dotations about the people and let go to the people and talk to the people. But the people spoke. They went around in all the committees, all the political parties, everybody had an input into it, except Duke, because Duke, I remember Duke said that he had some kind of dotations, but he contributed nothing to it. And talking about that rubbish, like it didn't make sense, like I explain all what the hell you were saying.
Leave it there, my brother, leave it there. We're going to the break, we'll be right back.
When I think about my journey and how much I've achieved, I can't help but feel grateful. I have the best family, the best friends, the best fans in the world. That's a fact. And people always asking, how you always smiling so? And I tell them the same thing each and every time. I don't take anything for granted. And I am always counting my blessings. I keep counting my blessings on blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. I still hold my head high. Counting my blessings, blessings, yeah. Judge, you bless me, no one could take this away. Na 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 na. Give me the world of fame, I'm still the same that is. Right now the world could change, I'm still the same that is.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. Just have a bit of information for you. Yes. Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division. It's an assault on batteries, PowerMaster, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries starting from $488 at Tobago Color Shop, Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. You can call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And you can also contact Johnny Q on 15 Arpita Avenue in Woodbrook at 63 Tools. Yes. The action continues on Iwer stage today. As Tuco presents Classic Russo featuring all-rounder, crazy, versatile Shirlane, Lady Wonder, Contender, Robbie G, Brian London, Hamudala, Dr. Wilby, Typher, Man Child, Stanley Adams, Kaiso Mack, Gary Hercules, Mechanic, Mark Eastman, King Soul, Gart Sinclair, Casey, The Dream, Sideways, and Nefta, and it all starts at 7 p.m. On Friday, we have Color Me Calypso streaming in collaboration with WAC 90.1 FM live from 7 p.m. On Saturday, Things We Did Before, Throwback on a Saturday. That's going to start at 7 p.m. We're going to close off the weekend with a live playback from Mr. King, and that's going to start at 6 p.m. Remember, you can make your contributions using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset. Text your name to 9191, which allows you to contribute only $20 TT. Or you can go to Fund Me TNT, choose the campaign of your choice, and contribute. To our U.S. fans, you can use Cash App payable to 1-863-594-3659. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and Neil Iwer George, YouTube at Iwer TV and The Street, also Iwer George on Instagram. Remember, it's all sponsored by ADC Supermarket, American Stores, KFC, Cache, NLCB, and Super Quality. So you got to contribute to your culture so you'll always be a winner. It's happening right here on Iwer Stage. which is what's the definition you asked to describe? Angie, good morning.
Mental illness. If you want a pictorial definition, just Google UNC supporter. You'll see it.
Oh my word! I don't know.
Oh gosh!
I don't know. So we can't resolve the thing by none of the right means. Let me say that way. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, folks. Folks, I'm very confused with Ms. Kama Prasad because she has on spirit because she talk about casting lots and picking with short and thing. All I forget in during 2013 local government election, her cabinet institutionalized the proportional representation for local government. Anybody forget that? Remember, it was supposed to be to their advantage.
Got the runoff bill.
Anybody remember that? So what happened? Are they afraid that this government will probably use that method to bring the deadlock in Tobago?
Yeah.
Remember, the bacchanal took place in Shogunas in 2013?
Yes.
When somebody went up in ILP. Remember that Dominic Romain?
Yeah.
And he crossed it and he became a full-fledged UNC member.
And today he's the mayor of Shogunas.
Don't forget too, they tried to use it in 2016 until Mr. Khan tell them that the PNM had the majority in the San Grande Regional Corporation back then. So I just want people to remember that now. They only remember conveniently now. Alright? But remember the proportional representation method. People don't forget, but oh my God. Thank you.
But Bruce, this is a post from one of the councillors from Arima, right? He posted this yesterday. The same men taken into custody, and he's referring to the men taken into custody for the kidnapping, are the same men that I see every day in the neighborhood. We know them. Just 1 week ago, they campaigned for the other side. The whole yard yellow. Men drinking and liming. 1 week later, nobody talking or cooperating and talking about rights. The same rights we give them through not supporting legislation. But better yet, the same people will come to pray for you. Which one is worse? 70 plus charges is no normal rap sheet.
People working at 70 plus charges. Dominic. A man put up something about 14 demerit points and they're losing their driver's phone, but a man could have 70 charges and walk in the street normal. We have to be careful.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce again.
Morning,
Bruce. I didn't go to high school, and I told you all some time ago. When I left school about school closed till July, and before it opened, I was 15. So I didn't go to high school, but it has something called common sense. From the last line in the article read, or the second to last line, wherever it is, that the act in Tobago, they quote the act in Tobago. But at the end of the discussion, they're bringing in what they did, who cast lots, and all of that. So in Trinidad, is in Trinidad the act is for, or the act is for Tobago? And if the person who is the clerk of the house is her responsibility to solve the problem, and the problem turned out that they have to go for election, why she's not going to support it? We already know she said she's not supporting anything the government brings to the table. But you can't mix the act and then say, well, what was done in some previous time and all of that sort of thing in Trinidad. Quote the act and let the act work. Okay? And if the government realize what the act or part of the act said, that you'll have to go to parliament with certain things. They have a part for the election and boundaries and all of that. They also control it would be in the act to know how the election go in. So if they're taking their opinion and putting it as law for people in Tobago, I don't know if we're so stupid. Okay, I'm not. If they are, okay. All of that. They also control it.
Let me say a pleasant good morning going out to all our people who are locked on via Facebook and the YouTube. Pleasant good morning to you guys. I was just peeping there. as usual, the conversations, they are always healthy. There are times when they are somewhat questionable by the one or two trolls that would come in, but nonetheless, pleasant good morning to you all. Mind you, today is Free Up Yourself Tuesday, even though, we basically had one particular topic or two particular topics intertwining with each other, and boy, there was an article in the papers this morning about the 14-year-old boy that was electrocuted. I seen here, 1 hour ago, this story came to the Express. House set on fire after 14-year-old electrocuted. The house connected to a man who allegedly took 14-year-old Michael Suknanan to the Pointe-a-Pierre refinery where he was electrocuted, was destroyed by fire last night. Oh, wait now. What is the story really saying here? Somebody went on the man's house? The house connected to a man who allegedly took 14-year-old Michael Suknanan to the Pointe-a-Pierre refinery where he was electrocuted, was destroyed by fire last night. Around 9 p.m., villagers of Cotton Hill, Mayo, were alerted to the fire and saw flames coming from the man's wooden home. Attempts were made to douse the blaze with sand and a little water afforded to the people of the area. Villagers also tried to prevent the fire from spreading to a nearby house occupied by an elderly woman and her grandchildren. Fire officers arrived on the scene and contained the blaze. Police, who were also on the scene, remained after the fire was extinguished. The man, in his late 20s, was not present at his home as his home burnt. The Express was told he was at the home of a relative nearby. Suknanan's body was found on an electricity pole on Petrotrin's compound on Wednesday morning. His sister told reporters that he left home on Tuesday evening with a welder with whom he worked. The teen told them he would return later that night or next morning, but when he failed to arrive home, a missing person report was made to the police. Dominic, you saw that picture?
Yes. Yes.
The welder, when contacted by a relative of Suknanan's, allegedly said he had dropped the teen off near his home. Michael's body was found around 9 a.m. on Wednesday on top of an electricity pole. One of his hands was severed. Police believe he was at the refinery with others to steal copper when he came into contact with high-tension wires, and the person or persons he was with fled the scene. However, the Suknanan's relatives said he would not have been involved in anything illegal. Suknanan, who would have celebrated his 15th birthday next month, left school at the primary level and did construction work, and also worked in the garden with his father. As a press release, Petrotrin expressed condolences to the 14-year-old boy's family. The release on a Petrotrin letterhead said, preliminary investigations indicate that the individual entered the compound without any authority, scaled the electricity pole, and in so doing encountered a live high-tension power line and tragically lost his life. The company reminded the public of the life-threatening danger involved in unauthorized interference with the assets, including, in particular, mechanical and electrical assets. The public is also urged to adhere to all public notices and signage on restricted areas for their own safety, the release added. Officers from the Marabella and Gasparilla police stations and officials from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, TNTEC, were at the scene following the discovery of Suknanan's body by officers of Amalgamated Security Services who were on mobile patrol.
I was listening to another frequency yesterday afternoon on my way home, and no shortage of conspiracy theories, right? Again, from a former UNC person, former in inverted commas. He says that his theory is that the boy would have gone on the Petrotrin compound to steal copper, and he would have been apprehended by the amalgamated officers and to teach they would have used him to teach others a lesson, so they killed him and then put him up on the pole as a warning.
What Dominic tell him?
Yeah, as a warning to other would-be copper thieves. This is...
So they kill him?
Yes.
Then they carried his body up this pole.
Yes.
Lay him across there.
Mm-hmm.
So as to show others,
yes,
this is what will happen to you
if you
come to a thief.
Yes.
Copper.
Yeah. This is somebody.
This is an educated person was talking.
Yeah, loves to boast about he has all these degrees and all his qualifications and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, had to be. And then you have another so-called intellectual sitting opposite him and talking that nonsense. Another one loves to boast about all his qualifications and they have degrees in this and that and masquerading as men and women of letters.
So me being a security officer,
yes,
we catch this individual on the compound.
Mm-hmm.
We then decided to kill this individual.
Yes.
And then now, with no hoist, no harness, no crane, no nothing, we decided to carry him up.
Yes.
On a high tension pole.
Yeah.
And lay his body across there.
Mm-hmm.
Without us being electrocuted.
Correct. You can't make this up. No. What goes on in the minds of UNC supporters? Angie, you want to know the definition of mental illness?
I know mental illness, but I can't use that phrase on the radio, boy. I find these days these stories challenging me, boy. Only I'm gonna send home. Yeah, I feel only I'm gonna send home. I feel only I was just to give me some days home because.
Yeah.
What the hell? Hey, boy.
And this man have a large following now. People is calling me, yes, and people calling, what you're saying, they're making sense, when you really think about it. Okay. Are they talking about, because if it is that the boy went up on the pole for himself, electricity is pitch you out, and there's voltage and amperage, and voltage is pitch out, and amperage is holy, and all kind of analysis.
I do an electrical course right now, right? I think I need to go and talk to my teacher. I have classes this season. I go and I talk to my teacher about that. I trying to figure this out. This is madness. Let me take a call. Call her good morning.
Good.
Mother morning.
I just get a joke there. One, the person talking from their experience, what they did in life.
Had to be.
One, they chop off your hand before they carry him up, or when they go up. If you have current to your body and you touch a person, you getting electrocuted same time too. So I guess they're talking from their experience with certain things. Okay then.
I do. Dominic, let me tell you something. Again, I saying it. I told the nation about this. I was working at a particular hardware, and I truly believe that the owner of the hardware, because he had everybody there on the toes when he comes into the building, I feel the man will just get up in the morning, have his coffee, whatever he decides to eat for breakfast, and just rock back on his chair at home and say, okay, let me see how I can go to torture these people and just mess with their minds today. Because the way people is beginning, and then when you come and you hear things like that, I truly believe. Because you can't tell me that you're an educated person.
Yes.
And all the scenarios in the entire world, all you could come up with is that they kill the man and then carry him up a pole.
So we anticipated this was going to happen, so they had all the equipment there, Yeah. They probably call waiters unlimited power tools and tell them bring on the crane so we could,
When the juniors have to get out.
Probably.
Morning, Dominic. Again. That's a Morton Jeff story, but that's supposed to get 95.5 Morton Jeff. The only morning show?
Yeah.
That how you kill a man, climb up a post and put him the light on top there.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That is real Morton Jeff kind of thing, Tony and Dale show. That's what people laugh at them.
Lord
I don't understand. Good morning, Mr. Olga. Morning, Oma. Sourman? Oh, God.
No. Woe unto the shepherd that lead the sheep astray. Yeah. I have to say that. Because that is madness. Because if it is people actually calling and saying, you know, that what you're saying, they make sense.
Yeah.
But what are you really thinking, boy?
I tell you, the people went into deep analysis about voltage and amperage and all, and why what they seen reported not making sense. The boy could not climb up there because the electricity would have pitched his body and all kind of. So it had to be, yes, that I would do, they kill him and they put him up on the post there, so sign the other people, don't come here and
I didn't want to say nothing. Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my dear.
Good morning, darling. Morning.
Dominic, good morning to you.
Morning.
Dominic, I want to sing this tune for the UNC. Tell them they stink and dirty. Dominic, you said something this morning and I laughed. When you know Camino, you know started to speak. You could tell me why it is whenever such like what I saw last time with the light, the candle up there for that young lady that's been missing still. Why it is everything the UNC have to show? That is the only thing that they show themselves, you understand me? Is it to make media? Or to come here?
Yep.
Dominic, things that all have to go in Parliament and sit with the government for to stand for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You're all not concerned about it. You understand me? The last time I saw they run up to Samo, you understand me? Last night I looking at them in a Rima. Dominic, you see this politics thing that what's saying here, you understand me? In Trinidad and Tobago, it's not good for the country. It's totally not good for the country. Dominic, you know, if they stand up in Parliament and do what they have to do with the together with the government, you know, everything would have been smooth running.
Yes.
But you find yourself last night up there, it's still only going to light candles. Good Lord. Dominic, although it's still hurting my heart with that young lady, you know, I am still asking whoever have at least, you know, to release her. You know, Dominic, I can afford to tell you, I know how it is for that father and for that family. You understand me?
Yeah.
Only what we could think now, hope for the best for that young lady right now. You understand me? That if they do find her, that she, you know, she's alive, you know, and be back home with her family. Lucy, all right?
Hi there, yes.
How things?
Everything cool, man.
I know. Well, you all, I'm listening there to you all. Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot to tell you, I wasn't too big for that election. Dominic, these people did not come out at all. You could not believe it had an election. You saw when I probably, we was, of course, really working, to be honest, You understand me? And when I looked at the joke section, they were all in white. No, we was in white and the other section was in blue. The jersey they had on. And the place was dead. You couldn't believe there was an election in Tobago. You understand me? And I'm asking the people in Tobago, you all be serious. We cannot be going on how we going on, you understand me? And I would like, the election and Bongi really to speed up, this thing very fast to see what could be done for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Okay? Okay, you all have a good one.
Thank you. Like I said before, Dominic, I feel it was looking at the landmass. Yeah, I feel it's that. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to my defender of Trinidad and Tobago, and good morning to my guru, my financial guru.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
To all the listeners. I just tuned in. Am I hearing that a gentleman was murdered and they accused or climbed up a lamppost and was electrocuted and they're accusing people of toting the man on the lamppost?
Yes, the amalgamated security officers.
If we say use the logic, Dominic, that you just played, if the man was to climb up the lamppost or touch the lamppost, he'd be electrocuted and pelted away. So how the man who climb up and put him on the lamppost and get electrocuted and pelted away?
That's what I'm saying.
Right? But here my logic. UNC, I tell her in 2010, Dominic, I don't know what they're going to take this. In 2010, I saw a group of people driving around with a group with vans with a group with Maltese on the back, or Maltese, what else call them. We went a remand. Since they want to paint such a picture, we went a remand. I could assume that this young lady life went down the road spiritually in order for we to win a remand. So we went up there last night to make protests. Enjoy the morning.
Thank you.
Ah, boy. Yeah, Father, Yes. Caller, good morning. You have just about 2 minutes.
Oh my God. How long I tried. Good morning, Susie.
Good morning, 1285. How are you?
I'm okay. Good morning, Dominic. Mr.
Morning.
Pat. How are you going?
I am good.
Don't let good torture you there. I want to say a good morning to Mr. Malcolm, Miss Gemma, Miss Angie, Miss Thomas, Miss Rebel Mano, Maura, Miss Gloria, Mammy Stone, and the Brazilian Pierre. And I want to say to our special friends, Miss Monica Paul and Miss Diane. Good morning to Sharon and the Tobago Titans, and you know I did my guru class, my educational officer, Mr. Chan. So good morning, and I locked on all your return safe on all your masks, and I locked on and listen.
Yes, darling.
Good
Take care.
time at 2 minutes.
You have a few seconds.
Okay, I want to say good morning to your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that everything is all right. Right now, my sister in hospital, so
Okay.
to order the CDs and things
Yeah.
in hospital. So right now, I locked on and I listen to all it.
All right, darling.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Take care. So we're going to go to the Royal Castle Soca Shot, and then after that we'll go to our break. So up next, Royal Castle Soca Shot. Keep it locked.
Soca Shop on the street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shop on the street 919.
Easy little boy, you don't know voice to the ghetto youths and Rafi B. Okay, party we are party now. Listen.
Love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. Love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again.
Yo, Rafi B, tell them we are drinker, whether spring, summer, fall or winter. Yo, and if you don't believe me, just go and take a look on the Insta, and you will see beer yak on the IG. And when me drink out our road, let many see. Yo, when you see me and Ravi in a party, we get the people the energy. How you feeling? Intoxicated. Still every buckle pop me taste it. So me big up every factory make it, and me not really care who ate it. No.
They say I'm like a woman, that's not good for me, but woman is the best thing my eyes ever see. You can say what you want, you could be a hitter. When the fox can get the creep, did they say it's so hard? Love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again.
That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919. That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
So just before we get ready to go to the break, I am dedicating this song to a friend of mine, Trisha. This is for you, my dear.
Problem is a problem. If I know what I'm saying, I don't care what he say, mama. You know how I feel about you already. Come on, body when it comes to you. Come on. Your man say he don't like me. I don't like that you at all. You think you something. He make your man follow me on IG. Matter of fact, unfollow them. No, but I still think about you nightly. I think about what it might be like if we link up. I know you have someone. I know, but I still wanna keep the thing and keep it a secret. I know you have somebody, but I still wanna link up. a piece of you. All over your body. Give you every inch of this love, cause I'm into you. You catch it. Deep down in your soul, I hope I don't injure you. I'm just saying, ouch. Your friend, them tell you don't talk too much. Remember me, so we love company. I know you have someone. I know, but I still wanna keep the thing and keep it a secret. You're getting on. 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 Things are go mad. The girl was with her next man in the mall. Them fellas see shit. You're getting on. You're getting on. She won with a radio man, now you're looking small. Radio man, but now boy, you're sour. You're getting on. You're getting on. Take on, take on. Don't take it 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 on. She taking you for a papi show. You're pretending you don't know. All them and them tongue in you. You know that it hot in you. You're trying to act real normal. You're pretending you don't know. Why you going with the flow? Punchy back, boy, she won't know. Punchy back, 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 punchy back. The girl was with her next man in the mall. Them fellas on MCC, boy. You're getting on. You're getting on. She won with a radio man, now you're looking small. Radio man, boy. You're getting on. You're getting on. Take on, take on. Don't take it 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 on. Your girl so embarrassing. When she get catch, she goes in. She doing all the wrong things. She just doing anything. Move on dog and live your life. Find a good girl, find a wife. Them girl them go send you mad. Them girl them go break your heart. Punchy back, 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 punchy back. The girl was with her next man in the mall. Them fellas see shit. You're getting on. You're getting on. She gone with a radio man, now you're looking small. Radio man, boy, now boy, you're sour. You're getting on. You're getting on. Take on, take on. Don't take it 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 on.
Join Pan Trinbago on its Pan is Spirit virtual concert series, keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Live Sunday, February 7th and Saturday, February 13th at 8 p.m. via pay-per-view on Tizik.com and WAC platforms. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Top medium and large bands in the nation. Featuring National Panorama Champions Desperados and NGC Kuvo Joylanders. Courts Sound Specialist, Face to Pan Group, Cats and Jammers, Panberry, and many more. People's Choice Prizes to be won. Text to vote your most vibes and the sweetest band. Buy your tickets today. Log on to Tizik.com, that's Tizik.com, and purchase your tickets. You don't want to miss out on these spectacular steel pan events. Prosperity in Pan. For further information, contact events at pantrinbago.co.tt, 623-4486, or visit Pantrinbago's social media pages. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world.
No carnival, no problem.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestateTT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastor Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. And on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222.
Turn your radio off. Turn your radio. Turn your radio off. Turn your radio off.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
say it's never too late. What you going to do? So once again, welcome back on the inside. Dominic, well, I know you have to leave a little early.
Yes.
You can, if you want, you can give your closing remarks before you roll.
Yeah, well, just good morning to all of the folks on the social media platforms. They can see me now after. Yes, you know, the persistence of Bruce.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so we continue to observe the tricks and we'll see what developments are today. You know, the days are waning, but hopefully we'll have a breakthrough today. Right. Fingers crossed.
Hope so.
Yes,
really hope so.
Tomorrow.
Yes, my brother.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care. Blessings. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Brucey.
Morning.
2020 must have a rule. If both sides have the same score, they must have a super over.
Yeah.
Football have penalty. This is have got no arrangement for tie. So the best thing is to go back to the poll, but before the poll. You understand? You have to go back to the pool. If they do what they want, they go jump high, they go jump low. They can pay them because they swear in. They have to go back to the pool. Isaac.
Yes. Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Yeah,
morning, Dominic.
Morning. Dominic just left.
All right. Listen, Bruce, you know, I want Trinis to understand that you don't have to run with everything coming from the Passati Sunday and the group. Now remember, when you want to get attention from people, they don't have a plan. Since I know the UNC in opposition, the UNC don't really come up with anything from a national interest. It all is fake. So, and Trinis has to know not to run with it. So I would come with a story, Trini stranded, you know. Where's the evidence? Bring videos. You bring one lady from Canada and she turned out to be fake. What is the evidence with the numbers? Because if you're telling me I settle in the US and Canada, people will come here and after a while they will want to go back home because some of them employed, some of them it's not making a living, you know, they're living across there. In a crisis situation, if you are a Canadian citizen or American citizen, you have dual, but you're making a living across there, you're paying taxes and everything. So you have a pandemic, and it might be a little bit different there based on how we are conducting our affairs here. So up come Mr. Sadisesa, it have a crisis outside, and we run with it. People only be careful. If you look at the time in office with Mr. Sadisesa, it doesn't have anything really strong that you would raise of interest that came through to make the government make any significant change, you know. You watch good. The procurement legislation is one example where somebody gave you a mandate of 2912. And this is why I'm so disappointed in Miss what's her name? You get a mandate of 29 seats to 12, where you could have, your legislative agenda should have been top of the line. Instead, you run them up with all kind of allegation of 400 million, and when at the end of your career, so to speak, you come to tell me procurement legislation when you know it will fall through. And now, you are the pinnacle of right and wrong in opposition to tell Dr. Rowley, hey, procurement not good, you know, and people resigning. You see, we are crazy people. So while you have the authority to be there because people vote you in, you see the moral authority? And I keep telling UNC supporters and the leaders that one of the biggest court in a land that will make you look bad is the court of public opinion. And that court of public opinion always have a losing. Thank you, Bruce. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, this is a jockey country, yes. Simply offenses, all. Simply. So the police prosecutor cannot object to bail for this man around the 50th, 55th, and going to the 60th case. And how many lawyers man has? The same lawyer was 70 lawyers by. A Guinness Book of Records, boy, Bruce, boy. It's ridiculous, boy. Coming down here, we don't work to pay lawyers, boy. Nah, man, something he had to be, there's a gang of us. He had to be associated some kind of evilness, boy. Some evil gang, boy, to be doing these things. And a man not giving bail, boy. The deal will be alive. The man's a pest, boy. I hope you see you dead. They say he fought so much here. He should fall from sanitary building.
So as we continue to take your calls, 342-00814665391. I know the program is coming to an end. Up next, I got my buddy Pastor Google. He'll be coming in after the Tobago news.
And I feel alive about the path that I chose. I come straight out of the
So this song really soothes you.
living.
Oh yes.
Future is shaping.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Day. Happy New Year.
Same to you, my brother. How you doing?
I cool. Daily shopping is still going on, but cool.
Boy.
That is good. Alright? All the time.
Yeah, man.
So I just calling to let everybody know Ticketman still alive. You know? So I am there praying for everything, as usual. So Sharon going?
She did cool, man.
Cool. Alright, okay. Just like the weather.
Yeah.
I know, brother. So with everything, as you see, it a more to show, you know.
So true.
Right?
So true.
Well, we back in the comedy show, right?
Boy.
Yeah, all politics is real comedy, you know? And then you have some people who say they're well learned, talking a whole set of. You understand?
Yep.
All right, well, you be safe. You and the family. You don't take over.
Yeah, man, you take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That situation will be resolved, eh? It will be resolved.
Yeah. Well, I'm dealing with it, taking out all the pictures. Right now, the guy park up there, you know. Since Sunday, he park up, he just going for a little 5 minutes and coming back. So if people coming by me, they are no far. You understand? And the mother encouraging that.
Some people just ridiculous, yes?
And the thing about it, anyway, let me just go on the radio with that, right? Yeah,
we go chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
bro. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Step forward. I won't forward. Step forward.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Bruce. Morning, how you doing?
I did cool, man. How you doing? How you going?
I know how nobody else says the Prime Minister will put the boy inside the section on the wire.
Boy.
You know everything that's blame me.
I'm telling you.
How there says the Prime Minister. What's going on there? Like they have to call his name right now. Everything that says he. You understand?
Yeah. Boy.
You have a blessed morning.
You too, my brother. Take care. Oh, gosh. Always, boy. Always. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
First time caller to the station.
Okay, welcome. Where you calling from?
Maltaria.
Okay, nice to have you on the inside.
I'm basically interested in this track you're playing here. Who's the act? What's your name?
This is Tedderson John. The song is Ali. Is a song that he did a couple years ago, but this is an acoustic version that was done with the song.
Is it available online or something?
I'm not sure, you know. What happened, sometimes we get stuff exclusive to us, so I don't know if the song is online or not.
What's the name of the tune again, the artist?
The name of the artist is Tedderson John. The name of the song is Ali, Allez.
A-L-L.
Yeah, you can look it up and see.
And the artist is?
Tedderson John. Teddyson John.
Sorry?
Teddyson John.
Oh, Teddy John, sorry.
Yeah.
And the tune is Ali.
Yeah.
Ali. It's just a haunting melody, boy. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. Take care.
I step forward, I move forward. I step forward, I move forward. I step forward.
So my word for today is brave. Bravery makes me unstoppable. I deserve the best life has to offer. The power of my dreams could take me far, but sometimes I shrink from taking the steps to make them come true. Today I say no to timidity as I remind myself that the power of God is with me always. I am a spiritual being, brave and confident. I believe I am capable of achieving what I set out to do. My spiritual practices fortify my will and keep me motivated and full of confidence. I envision myself bravely moving forward to make my dreams a reality. I affirm, I am brave, I am unstoppable, until I feel those words pulsate at every level of my being. I end each day with a prayer of gratitude for the gift of bravery and the power it gives me. Be strong and of good courage and act. Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord God, my God, is with you. 1 Chronicles 28:20. So basically that's all the time we have for today here with your Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM. We ask that you keep it locked. Up next we have a break coming up, and then we have our Tobago news at 9. Then Pastor Google comes in.
And I feel it nice.
We have Empress Judy, I think, this morning. So you got to keep it locked to the Street 919 FM as our programming continues.
My future is shaping. I know where I am headed.
And as we say every day, ciao.
Put your problems behind you. If you fall long, just get up and get your head out the dirt. And when they try to undermine you, and they talking behind you, don't think nothing about
This is your voice in your ranking, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. That's the morning show.
Yeah. Morning, and I feel it nice. But the path that I chose comes with battles to fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. I know where I am headed. Got no time for problems. Hold the weight on your shoulder. Put your problems behind you. If you fall long, just get up and get your head out the dirt. And when they try to undermine you, and they talking behind you, don't think nothing but you. Put your hands in the air, everybody. It's time to get up and to move it. Leaving all your
expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Paul Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Pastor Hannah A. Parbu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the Street 919 FM every first and third Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
He heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign.
Natural boost, ginger, lime, turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this real spice. Make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Only news on Street 919 FM. This is the word on the street. The Tobago only news on Street 919 FM.
Good morning, I am Vanessa Thomas with the 9 a.m. Tobago News on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. Opposition leader Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar says she is very disturbed by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's suggestions for ending the deadlock at the Tobago House of Assembly. In a press conference on Wednesday, Dr. Rowley announced that the Attorney General had already begun to make proposed amendments to the THA Act to give power to an entity to end any future stalemate and or change the number of seats that currently exists. The Prime Minister also spoke about fresh elections. However, opposition leader Persad-Bissessar says she does not support any of the suggestions, saying the Prime Minister is totally wrong. There is no need for parliamentary intervention to change the law. Persad-Bissessar says there is no need for the EBC intervention to change boundaries. There is no need for fresh elections. There is no need for the previous Executive Council to remain in office. She adds that the existing law, as contained in the THA Act and the THA standing orders, is clear about what needs to be done in the current situation. Persad-Bissessar says the use of the existing law to break the THA tie will permit a new executive council to be appointed, thereby ensuring that the democratic will of the people is respected. In this way, public money can be spent in accordance with the democratic will of the people by a new executive council of the THA as opposed to the previous executive council of the THA, she said. Persad-Bissessar further reminds that her government amended the standing orders of the House of Representatives to provide for a tiebreaker in the election of the presiding officer of the House, namely the Speaker. As such, the opposition says the current administration should follow the current law as set out in the THA and House of Representatives standing orders, since to do otherwise would be to subvert the will of the people of Tobago. Meanwhile, the political leader of the Tobago PNM Council, Tracy Davidson Celestin, has responded to the news that Parliament will make amendments to the Tobago House of Assembly Act to break the current impasse following the January 25th election. The announcement was made by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley on Wednesday. Acknowledging his comments, Davidson Celestin said the way forward has been clear. She says the legislation can be amended and will be amended to cover us in what is now an emergency situation. However, the head of the Tobago PNM Council noted that this would not be a quick fix. Still, she said she was happy that due care was being taken to cover as many eventualities, including considering a possible change to the number of seats as proposed under the Tobago Self-Government Bill 2018. The inclusion of the 15-seat option as put forward by the Tobago public for the Autonomy Bill also sends a clear signal that the THA will deliver on Tobago's rights to self-determination. The inclusion of the Chief Secretary's role or another legislative position to open the doors to another election in the case of a deadlock is absolutely essential. Davidson Celestin said going forward, clear and level heads must prevail, adding that the public also deserves the truth of what the law permits to move past this deadlock. The Tobago PNM Council has consistently expressed its interest for fresh elections after the 6-6 tie at the THA polls with the Progressive Democratic Patriots. And that was the 9 a.m. Tobago News on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for major news at 12 noon. I am Vanessa Thomas. Good morning.
That was the word on the street. Tobago's news on Street 91.9 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street919FM.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
They say how we keep on growing older. Charity no longer on display. Instead of a hat like some have older, it getting more scary every day. Baby found in a dumpster. Oh, granny, they rap. We creating we can't escape. Humanity's dying, savagery restore. Time to defrost ice and make hearts thaw. Hear me, Father, I need a song to face this crisis. To heal the nation. Got through crime and